Another solid August 2025. Time's going fast. All right, but let's get into it. Solid. Character, honor, integrity are some deep words. Words, hopefully, that, most men and women endeavor to pursue or work toward. Husband, father, friend are also some deep words. Words that hopefully we're pursuing on a regular basis. Okay? I'm excited to share tonight because I want to keep it short. That way maybe you can listen to it twice because the content is good. So hang on. It's gonna be really fun. Question: who are you? When we ask that question, a lot of times people will have ready answers, quick answers. Well, I'm a Christian. I am a dad. I'm a husband. I'm a Bible-believing, Spirit-filled, church-going lover of God. People will have those answers ready to go when they're asked, "Who are you?" Those things are good. You should know who you are. I'm going to challenge you tonight. But I'm going to tweak that question just a little bit. Who do you think that I am? I'm asking you, the listener. Who do you think I am? Seriously, I ask that to Danielle. I ask that to my kids, my friends. Who are they? Or who do they think that I am? Jesus gave us a great behavioral example. Matthew 16, 15. I'm going to have to pause here for a second. Sorry about that. Forgot my Bible, which I wasn't going to be able to quote the whole thing. Matthew 16, verse 15. But who do you say that I am? Simon Peter answered and said to him, "You are the Christ." Okay, Danielle has written a song about that. Who do you say that I am? We sing that. All right, I want to look at this a little bit different today. See Jesus. Okay, what I would like you to do is when you see Jesus, see him in a way that you can be like him. Okay? And a great way to do that is obviously know about him, read about him, learn about him. Look at him as if he's the coolest guy that ever walked the planet. And then surround yourself with people that have what you say you want. Okay? That is something extremely important to do. Okay? Surround yourself with people, whether it's hopefully when it's in regards to Christianity, you surround yourself with people that want to look like him. Okay? What Jesus is doing in this, I don't think that Jesus is looking for affirmation about him being the Christ. Jesus is more concerned about showing who he is than saying who he was. So I want you to look at, when we get into it, I want you to look at that way. Jesus is very concerned about us seeing him. Jesus checked to see if they have been seeing him. When they, I'm tempted to get ahead of myself. But like I said, Jesus wants us to see him and not just hear about him. And the same is true for us in our own life. we want to be seen by who we are and not just said who we are, okay? So let's get into this. Jesus said to them, let's go up to verse 13. When Jesus came into the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, "Who do men say that I am?" Or say that I, the Son of Man, am? So they said, "Some say John the Baptist, some Elijah, others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets." Verse 15, he said unto them, "But who do you say that I am?" He does what I think is a temperature check of trying to locate them. Then Simon Peter answered and said, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Jesus answered and said to him, "Blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father who is in heaven." Okay, this is critical because Peter responds in such a way, but he didn't actually see him this way, and Jesus calls him out on it to follow. But I want to get through a couple of things first, because Peter then blesses him and says to him in verse 18, "And I also say to you that you are Peter." I love how Jesus calls him this. "You are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades shall not prevail against it. And I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." Then he commanded his disciples that they should tell no one that he was Jesus the Christ. Why did he do that? He told them not to tell anyone because I believe he wanted them to see that he was the Christ, not just to hear that he was the Christ. He wanted that to be evidence in his actions, and we are called to do the same thing. Have evidence through our actions. Okay, I want to get through a couple more scriptures. From that time, Jesus began to show to his disciples. I love that. Verse 21, he began to show them. Show them. More important than just saying. Okay? And then this is the interesting part. This is where we see that Peter didn't actually believe what he was saying about Jesus. All right? Jesus, he showed his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer many things from elders and chief priests and scribes and be killed and be raised the third day. Then Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him, saying, "Far be it from you, Lord, this shall not happen to you." But he turned and said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan. You are an offense to me, for you are not mindful of the things of God, but the things of men." All right. Then Jesus said to his disciples, verse 24, "If anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." Really important for us to see this example of Jesus being very focused. He wanted to see where they were, what they thought of him. And I think we, as Christians, need to do the same thing. We need to check in with our friends, check in with our family, our kids, to see who they see us as. And so I want to go through that right now. We need people in our life that will help us look like him. Okay? You are to show your world you are the things that you say you want to be. You are to show your world you are the things that you say you want to be. Not just in word, but show them. Show your world. A great dad, show us. Show them. A great husband, show us. Show them. Show your wife. Show your kids what a great husband looks like. A great mom, a wife, show them. Show us. Show your kids that you are what you say you want to be. Okay? A person of integrity. Show us. A Christian, show the world, not say it. Real important, okay? And in your showing, check in with your close friends, family, church, to make sure you are showing what you believe you are. Real important. Jesus gave us that example to check in, to make sure that we are showing what we believe, what we say that we are, okay? Jesus didn't let those around him, his circumstances, determine who he was. Okay, he knew who he was. He showed them regardless of how he felt. We are to do the very same thing. We are to show our world who we are regardless of how we feel, regardless of how we are treated, regardless of what is said about us. We are to show them who we are. You are a Christian, you got to show them. I am to behave according to who I believe I am. And even check with those around me to make sure it's coming across correctly. When you operate this way, it will be easier for you to be the image of God, to be love, which is the goal of any Christian, a little Christ-like one, to behave that way regardless of circumstances, regardless of how you feel and how you're persecuted. You are to behave that way, to show love, to look like him regardless. All right? Now, you can start this over and listen to it again because I wanted to keep this short. You guys have a great night. We'll see you guys Sunday.